don't think Florida's panther likes dreamies.
You can do them just a few weeks. Meow.
By a snake. Look how like glass-like the water is. It's ridiculous. I want to see an otter.
Did you lift your ear protector off the top?
No. Was it loud?
Yeah, really, really loud.
I think there's a gator down there. Oh no, it's a little fly.
Really confused.
So there's definitely a lot of things to do, isn't there? And lots of animals.
Oh, look.
Sloths this way.
Is it a zebra? Is it a donk? Is it a horse?
Got some Ankoli cattle just chilling in the back of the field. The size of those horns. A giant reptile of some kind. It doesn't actually have a sign up to say its name. It's huge. The only sloths are hiding, so I can't really show you them that much because they're in the trees. This is a two-toed sloth and it's just in this basket thing, but I think it's too dark to see it. Sadly. There's a zebra behind this enclosure. I think you can just see it in the background. Some zebras. This is really nice. It's sort of like natural and in the forest. Lots of wildlife. Nom, 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 nom. Just about to watch a gator feeding show, and then all of the big gators look like they're interested.
A couple crocodiles in this middle pond. We have some Niles as well as the Siamese crocodile. Hopefully we can get them over here so I can show you the difference between the two. But this is a demonstration on how they do eat their food. I'll be bringing some up close to the glass so you can get a good look at them, as well as hopefully I can get a croc up close so you can compare the two. But the fun part, I'm going to string some meat out in the middle. They're going to jump up and grab it off the line. So let me start with chicken. I will be feeding them chicken today. Alligators are carnivores, but they're also cannibals. They will eat each other. Alligators will fight over food and territory. So it's not uncommon to see an alligator with a piece of his arm gone or a piece of his tail or a bite mark on them. But just know that they do heal very quickly from wounds like that. They actually have evolved to have antibodies in their blood, which keeps them from really getting sick or infections. You will rarely see an alligator that is sick or one with an infection do that. Scientists actually are using their blood to help us from getting sick. So I'm going to start with one of my favorites. His name is Lizard, one of the smaller alligators in the middle pond. To get his attention. Good job, buddy. We do have gators in this middle pond ranging from 6 feet all the way up to 13 feet, 1,200 pounds. Our 13th footer would be Jawbreaker. He is the second largest alligator here at Walt, Florida. The first is Crusher. He is 14 feet, 1,000 pounds. Jawbreakers always can have around 2,500 pounds of pressure per square inch of bite force. You hear that, pal? That's only about 10% of what she's actually capable of doing. Even though she's missing quite a few teeth, she can do a lot of damage with just the pressure. Buzzard, his name is Not So Bright. Because he doesn't realize there's a bunch of gators in here. Always trying to steal the chicken. But these alligators are so well fed, I doubt they would go after him. But a crocodile would be a different story. Alligators are more lazy and opportunistic hunters. Crocodiles are more of ambush predators. They'll lie in wait for the perfect time to strike. They can't conceal themselves in only about a foot of water. Alright, I'm trying to get this chicken on the line here. It's pretty tough. There we go. Alright, focus your attention out to the middle. I'm going to string my first piece out. Our record was 5 feet 4 inches. Let's see if we can make it to 6. I know it looks very high, but they actually can get that. They can push their bodies 2/3 out of the water with just the thrust of their tail. We got one, several going for it. There we go. I said they could jump. I never said well, but they do. I know it doesn't look like we're feeding them that much, but this is just for enrichment purposes as well as exercise. Alligators only need around 100 pounds of meat to survive a year. I'm sure they could enjoy more than that. An alligator the size of Crusher and Jawbreaker could go a whole year without even eating a bite of food. And in the wintertime, their metabolism slows way down. So a lot of times during the winter, they won't even eat not one bite. And you're off. Good.
Yay.
Something like this. Can we all do that? There we go. Alright, now they're awake. Here comes Bindi. She's stuck in the chicken. That's Thor. That's an alligator. Come on, Bindi. Here she goes. There she comes. Let's get her closer.
That's right.
There we go. If you look inside her mouth, actually crocodiles do not have a tongue when alligators do. That's one difference to tell the difference between the two. You never want to get that close to tell in that manner though. And if you look at her snout, it's more pointed and V-shaped. Alligators have a rounded U-shaped snout. Crocodiles have a V-shaped snout. And both sets of her teeth are he does not want to have to work for this piece of chicken. He wants you just to stick it in his mouth. And I got a crocodile stalking me right now. There she goes. She's trying. If you look, she can actually stick her head back further than an alligator. Crocodiles have an extra vertebrae in their neck which allows them to stick their heads back further. Here he comes, slowly, but maybe surely. Here he comes. Can you guys see his head right here? That might be all I can get him out, though. He's kind of a lazy gator. I get him to come around that tree, and he backed up all the way there. Alright. Jawbreaker gave up. Come on, Seven. It just shows how they would rather. This is why they actually end up in places like this. They are tagged as nuisance alligators because they don't want to have to work for their food. So if people start to feed them, this is what starts to happen. They start to come up a little too close for comfort. Come on, Center. There we go. Jeez, buddy. Come on, buddy. There we go. Come on, buddy. That took a lot of energy for him to get out of the water, folks. There we go. They might look slow, but they can actually reach speeds up to 30 miles per hour on land. Ooh. And you dropped one piece. Exactly. Nope. I'm going to let Center get that. He deserved it. He came out of the water. If you look, they bite to the side. So that myth, running in zigzags, is actually a myth. If you see, that's actually the way their eyesight is. So if you ran in zigzags, you'd be running directly in their line of eyesight. So my advice to you would be to run straight. Super Warthog. He's one of our best members we have here. It looks like Gucci is gonna get it, or yay, Gucci got it. Good job. I want to thank you for coming to the demonstration. I hope you enjoyed it. We do have another example.
Oh, you want to boop as well. Booping all round. Boop, you get a boop. You get a boop. We all get a boop. Get it. Yay. You can't eat that. Oh, you've just licked it. You just licked my camera, yeah. Oh, Mum, you've got like mud. This is your baby goat.
I think they like being petted.
No. Oh, she's so cute.
They like being behind their ears.
Hello. It's a nice. Oh.
Whoa. There's a big stone with that skin on it.
Oh yeah.
I've just lifted on it.
No, it's scared for camera.
That one just stood on the top. It's really funny.
It's funny.
Look at the goat right on the shoulder. The goat standing on the shoulder. No, don't eat my top though, thanks. Yeah. I know it might look like flowers, but it's not.
It's trying to eat your hand. Ow, does that hurt?
No. No, it's a t-shirt.
No. I want to see if he likes my camera. I'll get his snoot.
Babe.
Oh god, oh. That was nasty.
Someone should have more rabbits.
It's wagging its tail. Oh yeah. Let's see what it picks up on camera. What's this? Oh, you're beautiful. Yes, you are. You're so cute.
Hey, got any snacks?
Oh, you're soft. Oh, he's really soft.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Usually dark brown and black. So Mocha here is hypomelanistic. That means she does not produce as much melanin or pigment. So she has a much lighter color. One of her parents was albino. We do have a very large population of red-tailed boas in Florida due to owners releasing them here.
Like flushing them down the toilet.
Now, Florida has an excellent climate for just about, as well as our native predators, both eating the same prey source. That prey source could run out. And then when there's no food left to eat, all the digesting food. So say they were to eat something during the winter, they would not be getting enough heat from their environment. That food would actually rot in their stomach. It would make them very ill, and the potential side to being exothermic is that because you don't metabolize if you're not getting enough heat, if you do absolutely nothing, you burn no calories. So when he's hibernating and he's not burning any calories, which means he does not have. Now there are a few differences between alligators and crocodiles. Do you know any of them?
Teeth.
Snout shape?
Snout shape.
Teeth.
Teeth. A couple more. So we're gonna, what's up? Tongue? Yep, tongue. So we're gonna go through all of these differences. Now the first one, the most recognizable difference is the snout shape. Alligators have a very wide U-shaped snout. compared to a crocodile's very narrow V-shaped snout.
They're so sweet. They only look really recent, don't they?
Yeah. I'm trying to feel what you can have a look. That one's still got its umbilical cord, but outside.
Oh yeah. They look really new, don't they? Because they're still a bit scrawny.
Hi.